Hello. We continue on in our journey into American single malt whiskeys. I've already done a bunch. Those hit on Tuesday. But today we're going to get a little weird. Not to say there's nothing weird to begin with about the American single malt category. It's a category where people have kind of been experimenting with stuff since the beginning. But today we're focusing on basically two cool things that are happening that I really have been excited about. And it's going to come from three distilleries, but really like two producers. You'll see what I mean in a second. So let's get these poured. One thing I will say, I know from the comments, a whole lot of you like the time that I spent doing videos outside, out of my porch, despite the noise from the insects and the cars and the city and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to do a few more of those before winter kind of locks us down. It presents certain limitations because it takes longer to set up out there, and also like I have to run the laptop on battery power. But you know, it's fun, so we'll throw that in. We'll throw that in every once in a while. You know, reviews in weird places. All right, so wow. All right, what are we doing today? Well, like I said, three distilleries, two different producers. Three of these bottles are from Copperworks, which is a Seattle-based distillery. Actually, all of these are West Coast. Seattle-based distillery, which is basically what happens when a bunch of beer nerds get together to start their own distillery. And what they are doing is basically a lot of experiments with different kinds of barley. So these three, aside from wildly different cask types, as you can see from the color, these three are all made with different kinds of barley. And that makes me excited because you don't really see that a whole lot in, well, particularly in Scotland, but kind of in the malt whiskey category overall. Like it's kind of a crazy thing when you see someone break out, Golden Promise or something, let alone weirder stuff. And the other thing that is cool is we are now starting to see not just like non-distillery producer stuff like sourced bottlings, but deliberate like Scotland Gordon MacPhail style independent bottlings of American malt whiskey. So we got two options from the American Single Cask folks. We've had them before because they don't just do malts; they do some other stuff. But in this case, we got two barley-based whiskeys. Let's put it that way. And let's get started with the Copperworks. What have I got here? I have got these are all R/bourbon picks. Thanks, Take. And this first one is pale malt. Number two is Baronesse malt, and then you have got. I wrote this down. It's not on the bottle, but I wrote it down. Where is it? Where are my notes? Yes, Salmon Safe Genie malt. All right, so let's get started with the pale malt. This should be exciting. Okay, single cask number 253. Of course, double pot distilled. Aged 39 months in new charred oak, so a little over 3 years. And but the headline on this is it's distilled entirely from pale malted barley, which is normally something you only see in beer. You don't see it a whole lot in whiskey. So let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, fun. I mean, it's definitely young and definitely leaning hard into the oak. Are aged in charred New American, you can tell. Lots of vanilla, lots of just like half-smoked Nicaraguan natural leaf cigars. Some cherry, some like tea leaves, like Assam tea leaves. But yeah, there's some interesting things going on with the graininess. So imagine you made cream of wheat, but instead of using water or milk, you used like Earl Grey tea. That's kind of the vibe on this. Yeah, there's like a bergamot peel graininess that's happening. It's really kind of fun. So even I was expecting like really, really bright citrus notes. I'm not really getting those. There's some orange peel, lemon peel, but more than that, there's almost like a strawberry note on this, like dried strawberries. Oh, Perique tobacco, one of my all-time favorite tobaccos, is in this. It's kind of like a burned plummy note. Oh yeah, absolutely. Starting to open up now. A little bit of banana. It's really dense on the oak, but it's the fruit and the complexity of the grain is it's showing up. Slightly medicinal. There's like a maybe not medicinal, maybe like a linden. Both the plant, but also like the honey kind of thing. A couple of apples thrown in there for fun, just straight up Granny Smith apples. And I cannot get over that strawberry note. Wow. Interesting. See what happens on the palate. Once again, the cask is really, really, really dominant on this one. I really want to try this third one because it's just going to be less cask there. Very American. You'd never mistake this for something from Scotland. It's so forward with the American oak. Okay, what are we getting? Lots of vanilla, wood shavings, campfire smoke. Yeah, cherry, that tea leaf thing, the awesome tea thing. So the oak is running this, but kind of in the corners of the oak, poking through, just trying to fight its way through, is a heck of a lot of really interesting fruit and grainy character. Banana, again, comes to mind. That strawberry thing. Linden stuff. And like spring honey. Clover honey as well. Apple, pear, Mirabelle plum. There is some citrus. It's in there. There's a little bit of bergamot peel, orange peel, but not as much as I was expecting. I'm also just from the beery nature of this, I keep expecting hops, but there's no hops here. Don't be scared. It's just it's leaning into it's leaning into the oak, but the addition of the banana and strawberry and other fun notes it's giving some color. I would love to try this with a little bit less cask, or really just a little bit older, because I think even in this same cask, if it just had a little bit more time to kind of integrate, a lot of those interesting grainy notes would push through. Oh, and you're getting the grain too, that like cream of wheat, basically. This is still really nice, though. In terms of presence, I mean, you can tell it's young. It's very, very forward in the mouth. It's growing on me. I like this. Very, very forward in the mouth, but holds on very well. It's got some nice spiciness. There's some, again, like that tea leaf thing, some black pepper, campfire ash. It's really making me curious about this third one. Because this, all I want from this is to dial up the distillate and dial down the oak just a little bit. and give it just more time to grow into itself, which is what this is. So let's give that what is the strength on this? It's 61, right? 61.5. 2, 3, 4. It'll take at least 5. 5. This is really growing on me. I like this. I hope this is not the only barrel from this batch because it's delicious. I would love to try more like it. All right, next up is a very similar cask. I wrote notes on this. This is same kinds of idea. A Queen's Run Baronesse malts. And this is cask number 405. Again, it's a R/bourbon pick. Distilled in 2016. Wait, no. I messed this up. That did not have a vintage. But it's 3 years old again. And 63.25% ABV. More herbaceous on this. Yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, like herbs and melon. Okay, yeah, like just take a super duper field fresh melon, bash it on a rock, smash it open, and then just cover it in herbs, and that's kind of what this smells like. I mean, it's the same recipe, basically, as the pale malt one, as 253, but the grain is pushing back so much harder on this. What herbs? Oregano. I'm going to go with oregano, parsley, thyme, fennel, caraway. Really green. There's a rye character to this. There's a little bit of a really dark rye bread kind of character here. Even a floral characteristic? What is this? Yeah, there's a little bit of hand soap creeping in, but nice. Good hand soap. You're certainly getting your oaky notes too. You still got your vanillas and your half smoked cigars. But it's really having to fight to overcome this distillate. This is fun. I'm not sure if it's going to be entirely balanced, but it's fun. You've got a big, loud distillate fighting against also a very loud cask. All right, on the palate. Oh. God damn, I love American whiskey sometimes. I mean American spirits in general. I mean, I think I've talked about this before. You go to Europe, right? A sort of average, average city in Spain. You sort of hit all the coffee bars. You will get decent espresso everywhere. It will be half decent. More than it will be decent. It'll be good. It'll be fine. It'll be very drinkable. A lot of it will taste. It'll be all fall within a fairly acceptable flavor range, and it'll all be good. You go to American coffee places. A lot of your espresso is coming out of an automatic machine or whatever, and it's absolutely god awful. But then there are a couple of maniacs who are experimenting, with let's put some nitrogen naturally fermented Liberica through espresso for fun. And it's completely bonkers, but it works. Here's an example of something that is completely bonkers in the genre of malt whiskey, but it works. I mean, it feels like there's an aspect of that is very bourbon. No, stop, back up. Not bourbony. This is very like barely legal rye. There is like a lot of like 6-8-year-old Heaven Hill rye kind of vibe on this, but it is so drenched in herbaceousness that you'd never ever mistake it for that. But yeah. Oh my God. Yes, there's a line of like delicious American oak vanilla cherry goodness with some, dark rye bread in there for fun and color, and it's delicious and it's fun. But on top of that, and shooting through all that, is fennel, thyme, rosemary, oregano, parsley, touch of like peppermint, melon, zucchini. Oh, a little bit of hops in here, like English hops, like mellow hops. I don't think they actually added hops to this. I think that's just the barley. This will wake you up. Wow. Overstewed tea as well from the oak. It still feels very young. It's the oak stuff is all staying up front, but the distillate, the flowers, and there's some flowers in this too. The soapy thing, but nice soap, is there on the palate as well. The flowers and the herbs are creeping back like into my lungs. This is very serious. Again, I come to the conclusion, kind of the same conclusion as I did with the pale malt, which is I would love to try this with a hair bit, with the oak pulled back just a hair bit and with a little bit more age, but it's with different emphasis. Like this is very complete and very just impressive, even as is. I'm gonna give it some water. Come back to it. 3, 4. I mean, it's stronger than the last one, right? So we'll do at least 5. This is fantastic. I'm digging this. I want just a little bit more, like 3 more drops. I'm gonna stop myself there. All right. And this one. All right, what do we got here? This is the one made from Salmon Safe Genie, which is a particular variety of barley. This is single cask number 48-2. Also pot distilled in 2016. 6 years old, and it was aged in a second fill barrel, sort of one of Copperworks' old malt barrels. 63.5%. A little reticent on the nose. Getting some like chamomile tea kinds of notes. So one thing I'm not getting is a big old overload of American oak this time. I mean, look at that color. That is just such a nice mellow color after the last two. Certainly some orange peel, Mirabelle as well. Really digging the chamomile tea, black pepper. Some herbaceousness to this too, but not at the same level. Oregano and just a little hint of caraway. So it's as if someone put just a hair bit of akavit in your malt. Okay, there's the apple and the pear. A little bit of lemon. Sort of chocolatey thing, like a malted milk ball thing, but the centers of the malted milk ball with most of the... So my 3-year-old really likes to eat the chocolate off of malted milk balls and leave the rest, but there's still a little bit of chocolate on it. This kind of smells like that. More herbs, parsley. Kind of a bright tobacco kind of character, like a oriental tobacco. I mean, very clean compared to these two, but it's hard to get a bead on this one. I'm enjoying the chamomile tea note. That's fun. On the palate. Ooh. Oh. That came back and hit me on the finish. Wow, what is that? Nice. This is very good. In some ways, this plays convention. Like, okay, hand this to me blind. For the first half of the glass, as it hits the palate and it goes through the mid palate and the first part of the finish, I'm thinking Inverness. I'm thinking that, Tianinic. I'm thinking Glenmorangie, because there's a lot of like black tea, orange kinds of notes, or like toasted orange peel, bergamot again, kind of character to this. And then the finish, it just whips you with a huge old smash of herbs that is so un-Scottish, and I love it. Yeah, up front, vanilla, orange candy, bitter, but also like bitter orange, black tea. Oh, oatmeal, black pepper, apple, apple and pear, like apple and pear compote. A little touch of bitter honey, like a forest honey, and then it's where this gets fun is on the finish. Yeah, fine, and then whoa, there it goes. a big just smash of grassy tobacco, Orientals, and like bright leaf Carolinas. Thyme, parsley, oregano, flowers, just whole flowers, smashing your palate around. Like aromatic ash, like incense ash, something like that. But all that is in there. But it also has a little bit of the character of the stuff from before. So the orange peel, the black tea, the black pepper. I'm digging this. I don't know how many like serious malt fans are watching this, but if there's someone here who's like a huge Glenmorangie, Tianinic, Tomatin kind of fan, this is worth getting. just as something very different, but the same, but different. This also has like by far the most impressive mouth presence of these three. I think that's just down to the age. It doesn't have a huge bite on the arrival, but everything just sustains really well, and the texture is very nice. I'm going to give this some water. We'll come back to it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I do 6? It needs a little bit more, but I don't want to do 6. 3, 4, like Let's do like 4 drops. Okay, moving on. Really fun showing from Copperworks. Yeah, what this tells me is everyone should be playing around with barley more. Everyone should be playing around with barley varietals more. No arguments. Arguments are done. Just do it. Find some good alternative barleys to work with. All right. This is the American Single Cask number 03. We got 02 coming up in a second. And this is from Heritage Distilling, which we tried before. We tried one of their ryes, which I rather enjoyed. Actually, it's right next to Copperworks. It's right across the bay, the harbor from Seattle. This is Gig Harbor. And this is, someone's going to complain in the comments. I'm going to address it now. Technically not labeled as a single malt. This is labeled an American whiskey. But it is all barley. It's 10% chocolate malt. So we definitely got malt there. And then marked as 90% barley. Now, some of that could be malted. Some of it might be green barley. I don't know. I'm throwing it in here because I want to taste this, goddammit. But it's 2018 vintage, 5 years old. Aged in charred new oak, 61.15% ABV. And yeah, this sounds like fun. So let's taste it. Yeah, I'm super excited about the idea of independent bottlers just like sourcing barrels of smaller distilleries in the United States, craft distilleries, because let's be honest, it's a pain in the ass for small craft distilleries to get distribution in, throughout the world, throughout all 50 states. So if there's a bottler out there who can do that job for them, all the better. And kind of get their name out there. So Heritage Distilling, American whiskey thing, whatever. Let's nose it. Whoa, hello. Wow. Okay. So yeah, from the 10% chocolate malt in this, I was expecting something chocolatey, and we are there. Oh my god. This is a decadent nose. This is not just chocolate. This is a chocolate sundae of chocolate ice cream with chocolate hot sauce poured on top, and then a couple of pieces of like 90% chocolate stuck in on the sides for fun. This is so chocolatey. And then but then you're gonna pour like a really fantastic like milk stout or something over top of it. Oh wow. Black pepper. What I'm worried about is complexity on this. Honestly, when I taste it, is it's a very rich nose and a delicious nose, but it's not a whole, it's not a very broad nose in terms of the note it's bringing. It's a lot of chocolate. Vanilla, there's like a slice of apple in there, half a cherry. A couple of some like florals happening too. Certainly some like oatmeal kind of character. Maybe the stout was actually an oatmeal stout and not a milk stout. But yeah, there's some graininess on this, absolutely. S'mores. So you know what I'm getting at. It's a narrow flavor profile, but it smells very delicious. It smells super duper yummy. Let's see what we got on the palate. Hang on a sec. Ooh. This is extraordinary. Holy tamale, this is fantastic. Wow. I mean, the finish is still going. And does it taste like chocolate? Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's a crap ton of chocolate on this, but this is incredibly dense, and there is a subtle complexity to this. I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me try this again. You're expecting the deliciousness because of the smell, because you smelled it. What I'm not expecting is the density and the complexity on this. Yes, chocolate ice cream, hot chocolate fudge, dark chocolate, oatmeal stout, milk stout, all that's in here. But then there's good golly, like toasted wheat bread, forest honey, some apple cider even? What is that? S'mores, yeah. Something floral. Okay, so yeah, as on the nose, it's still not a huge, big old range of flavors, but man, is it nailing all of the flavors it's got. Like, it's the layering of flavors on this is just fantastic. There's some herbaceousness on this as well. There's some rosemary, sage, like hearty wheat bread. And cereals. Cocoa Puffs, you betcha. But also, like, there's some... what is the really crazy... Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles. There's some Cocoa Pebbles in this, kind of alongside the Cocoa Puffs. Not Cocoa... the Flintstones cereal. What the hell's the name of it? The one with all the colors, and it's a little bit terrifying. That one. That one's in here. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, absolutely. There's some vanilla. Black tea. Darjeeling tea. And the mouth presence on this, it just grabs your mouth and does not let hold, and just sustains and sustains and sustains on the finish. This is flirting with a 90. This is a phenomenal whiskey. I like the Copperworks. I'm impressed with the Copperworks. I feel bad for them now. That's how good this is. Wow. Okay, let's get some water. That just shut me up. That's hard to do. Because, yeah, I was expecting these to be good because, like, they're weird, and I love weird stuff. And generally, in American whiskey, when someone's willing to be weird, like, the results are okay. This, though, oh my god. I'm at a loss for words. This is one of the best American whiskeys I have tried in a long time. Well, now the number 2 cask has a lot to live up to. Wow, okay. Let's move on. This is another American single cask. This is the number 2. And this is from Blinking Owl Distillery in Santa Ana, which is just kind of southeast-ish of LA. And this one actually does count as with the stated theme of the video. It is an American single malt. It is 5 years old, distilled 2018, and toasted new oak. 66.3% on this, which is a little bit scary. Let's see what we got. America F yeah. I mean, I'm not as kind of like... It doesn't smell like a chocolate, a German chocolate cake or anything. So I'm still trying to get over the shock of the last one. I have to kind of, okay, I'm going to reset my palate. I'm going to reset my brain. I'm going to give this a fair evaluation. Vanilla. Cooperage. It smells like sawdust. But a heck of a lot of fruit on this, too. Apple, quince, pear. A little bit of nectarine. A little bit of wildflower honey. Orange peel. A little squirt of lemon juice in there, too. Oatmeal. But like the presence of American oak on this cannot be denied. You've got some cherry. I mean, gun to my head, if you asked me what would I expect, come on, focus camera. What would I expect a American single malt whiskey to smell like? This would be pretty close. It smells like a malt. There's no getting around. It's got all the malty, fruity notes. Oh, there's some flowers in there too now, kind of coming out. Field flowers plus a couple of like blossoms in particular. It's got all those malty notes, but it's also got some really loud, rip-roaring American oak kinds of notes. It's as if the malt fans and the bourbon fans kind of came together and agreed on a cask. All right, let's taste this. 66.3% on this, so Hail Mary, full of grace on the palate. Oh. I'm going to have to look up these American single cask guys because these are both bangers. These are both fire, as the kids say. Wow. So right off the bat, much more conventional as a whiskey than the Heritage. This, but also just, a big old fireworks display on this. This is such a beautiful melding of styles. You've got all the orchard fruit, your quinces, your pears, your apples, half a peach thrown in there, a little bit of banana peel as well. All in play. Flowers, some different honeys, forest honey, wildflower honey. Graininess, oatmeal. But then all of that is just so seamlessly married to a gigantic amount of American oak. Everything you love about bourbon is here in this glass. The cherry, the vanilla, the sawdust, the campfire smoke. It's as if someone made a whiskey to introduce Scotch drinkers to American whiskey. That is what this tastes like. This is really good too. I mean, the mouth presence is impeccable. It's not like just throttling my palate and dominating in the same way that the Heritage was. But this is tremendous. Blinking Owl Distillery closed now, which is now that I'm tasting this, an absolute travesty. My God, because if they were making stuff like this, wow. Okay. Just this bottle, this whiskey, will make so many people happy in so many different spheres of whiskeydom. It's just tremendous. I'm really impressed with, kind of all of these, but particularly these last two. Wow. All right, let's give it some water. See what happens. 3, 4, 5. It'll do 6. Even a little more. Okay, let's do a few more drops. 3, 4, and go back through these again. Wow. I was expecting this flight to be fun and weird and thought-provoking, but the level of quality on this is these are really good. These are really good. Back through the Copperworks, starting again with the 253. This is the pale malted barley. It's so American. Got all that oak, and here's an analogy. There's like going to be 3 people that understand what I'm talking about. Autechre albums. I stopped kind of paying attention past the mid-aughts, but every single Autechre album I can remember listening to has at least one track where there's this really aggressive drum track and a melody trying to fight its way through. It's like the drums are trying to crush it, and the melody is just slowly, and the drama of the track is the melody, the nice thing, trying to come on through. That is what this smells like. There's such an onslaught of oak here, of like fresh American new oak. But then you got your banana and your strawberry, a little bit of watermelon even. Flowers, fruit, it's all trying to come through. And it's not really doing it, but you can see it happening, and there's a drama there. Oh. Yeah. If anything, it's sweetened up a little bit with water. I like this. On the palate, it's not going to win this flight. It just isn't. It just isn't going to be able to box with some of these, but like, this is such a charmer. I really like this on the palate. There's a lot of other flights I've done where this would just run away with it. Oh, this is delicious. In some ways, it's not that far away in terms of like its soul from the Blinking Owl offering. It's very much like it's American. It's you can taste the America on it. The bald eagles and the pickup trucks. It's all here. Tons of American oak. But there's stuff peeking through, which you've never tasted before on something with this much American oak on it. Like the banana, yeah, all the stuff I mentioned before. The banana, a little bit of nectarine. It's still very forward in the mouth. I want this, but a little bit older. I really just do. I don't even think you need to change the cask. Just keep it in the same damn cask for longer, and like watch the distillate kind of push back. But it's delicious. I mean, this is beautiful. This is a very good malt, I think. It's not going to win the flight, which is okay. I mean, these are good. These are very good. 86 plus. I'm going to go 86 plus on this. And it might still be DFL in this lineup, which tells you how good some of these are. Let us move on. This is the Baronesse, right? Yeah, sorry, Baronesse. Baronesse Malt, cask number 405. Same recipe. I mean, not, similar age, same oak type. But it's just so different. Herbaceous, there's like some, like, what is that? Like orange, like there's like an orange soda component on this? I don't even know. Yeah, orange soda and herbs. Wow, yeah. I'll take my orange soda with all the herbs, please. Very grainy, very herbaceous. All the herbs I mentioned before are still here and in force. In this case, I know I made the sort of Audiker comparison with this. In this case, it's the oak trying to fight back against the malt. And it's not winning. Yeah, if anything, the spirit has reasserted itself with the addition of water. It's fun. There's some Mirabelle now. Herbal teas in this. I really like this. I really like all of these. All these are just fun as heck. Let's taste this. Mm-hmm. Oh. Outrageously good. Really herbaceous. If you're analyzing this, if you have your analyst glasses on and you are looking for new American oak, you'll find it. Like, it's in there. You got your ash, your pepper, your vanilla, a little bit of cherry. That's in there. But in terms of vibes, this just does not feel like an American spirit. Oh, it's so herbaceous. There's fruit on this, which doesn't even make me think of like malt whiskey at all. Like we're in like, tropical fruit or not even tropical. What am I tasting? Jesus, apricots. We're closer to brandy territory than we are to like malt territory. But there is a graininess to this too. Very herbal, super duper interesting. Yeah, you're bringing in like stone fruit. There's like an Eastern European eau de vie energy to this. Despite the fact that if you're paying attention, there's a heck of a lot of American oak too. It's just not like winning the fight against the fruity notes. And also, look at this. I am darn close to finishing this glass. Very intriguing. I would like to taste more from this barley in the future. Queen's Run Baronesse, 87 points. Quite good. 87 gosh darn points, and let's move on. This one was kind of edging it out. This one was winning in, coming into second round. This is, I wrote it here, Salmon Safe Genie. This is the Salmon Safe Genie Barley cask, which in some ways was the most conventional of the Copperworks. Yeah, this would stump me in a blind because you're getting orange notes, you're getting the black tea notes that just scream, hi, I'm from an Inverness area distillery. Am I a Tomatin? No. Maybe I'm a Glenmorangie? No. Could be Glen Ord? No. But then it's got that herbaceous, kind of touch to it. It's fun. Not of all of these, probably the least development on the nose from where it was before. But still, just a fun, beautiful nose. This one, in particular, feels like one for like malt veterans who have their little checklist of distilleries of Scotland who've now managed to check off like 90 of the damn things. They will appreciate this. Because it smells like Scotland. It smells like Inverness. But not. If you get where I'm going with this. On the palate. Oh, it's so good. Are you kidding me? Even better on the second sip. This did not have a problem with mouthfeel and mouth presence in general before. Now it's actually better. You know how we were all saying, like a couple of years ago, how American single malt might be really interesting once it kind of gets a little bit older and more interesting and grows up to scale and all that stuff. Like, here we are. Like, this is it. This is the one. I mean, there's more than this, obviously, but here's something I would throw into a lineup of Scotch single malts and just watch it wallop a whole bunch of them. Just like mog over a whole bunch of them. This is really, really good. And it's good in the same kinds of terms that we expect malt whiskey to be good. Tons of fruit, peach, nectarine, apples, pears, quince, sure. Like a fun bitterness to this, like a fruity bitterness, if that makes sense. But I think you still have that whip of herbaceousness on the back end. It's moved forward in time, if that makes sense. It's now hitting kind of along with everything else in the finish, which makes it a little bit less fun, but if anything, like more integrated. This is awesome. This is an 88 pointer. 88 friggin' points for this Copperworks Genie. Salmon Safe Genie. And it's nice to know that in making this single malt, no salmon have been hurt. This is a fun episode. I'm enjoying the heck out of this. Back to the Heritage Distilling, which was, honest to God, the shocker of this whole lineup. and kind of my favorite going into round 2 here. Let's see what water has done. 10% chocolate malt barley, 90% other barley. Again, it's not... If you're used to stuff like, I don't know, Springbank. Springbank's a good example. Springbank brings a whole big old range. It's a whole ensemble of different flavors. You got your sherryness. You got your like weird unroasted peanuts thing. You've got like, Springbank. There's a whole bunch of flavors going on. You kind of have to sort through them and organize them in your brain. And that's what makes for the character. It's the complexity of all these different flavors coming together. This is not that. This is like 3 or 4 flavors, but there's depth. They're drilling deep down into those 3 or 4 flavors. And it works. It's so chocolatey. It's just all the chocolate. But with a topping of black pepper now. Water has brought out the pepper. A little bit more fruit behind it now. A little bit more kind of conventional green apple malty fruitiness. Otherwise, it kind of smells the same. Let's see what happens on the palate. On the palate. Sometimes it's about depth and not breadth. Sometimes it's about, just finding one family of flavors and just going as far down with that as you can. That's what that is doing. It's not all chocolate and chocolate adjacent flavors. Again, there's a little bit of honey. There's some herbs. There's some like apple and pear things going on here. And even a little bit of tobacco and flowers. But a lot of this is chocolate. Oh my good God. And it's delicious, and I'm sorry, there's no debating the quality of this. It's got complexity. It's complexity in, a narrow field of flavors, but there's complexity. It punches hard. It has enormous mouth presence. I could walk over to the other side of my condo and walk back, and I would still be tasting it. And it's got balance. It's got poise. It's got character. This is a phenomenal bottle. Again, I don't know who the hell these people are. I've never had heritage distilling beyond these, American single cask bottlings, but if this is representative of what they're doing, holy crap. Is this a 90? This might be a 90. I'm going to go 90 on this. I cannot ask more from this. I cannot ask more from this. It's the only question mark I have is the complexity. because it's so chocolatey. But then I kind of like had to start thinking, but it's like doing the chocolatey thing with such enormous depth and nuance and beauty and power that I can't even knock it for complexity. No, this is 90. This is a 90 frickin' point American single malt whiskey. And yeah, wow. American whiskey, American barley whiskey, whatever the heck this is. It's 90 points. If you see this around, try it, taste it. I'm completely blown away. Amazing whiskey. 90 points. Blinking Owl, I genuinely feel bad for this after that, but, you know, we do what we must. Because we can. On the nose, Blinking Owl. I mean, this is a fun one because the second you nose it, you think, oh, bourbon. No, wait, rye. No, wait, there's like fruit on this. What is that? It's just such it's a beautiful melding of styles. It's the American oak that hits you first, but then like all the maltiness, the apple, the pear, the honeys, the tea, all that is there to kind of greet you once you push past the obnoxious amount of charred Quercus alba on this. Has it developed since I added water? Not really, in my opinion. But it didn't need to. On the palate. It's not going to be the Heritage. But my goodness, this is a very good whiskey. I don't know, that I in my brain, I want to imagine that whiskey clubs across the country are divided. How they are houses divided against themselves between the malt people and the bourbon people. Maybe some rye people, some rye weirdos thrown in there. But they're all divided against themselves. Here's the whiskey. Here it is that will unite everyone to say, yeah, this is pretty damn good. I mean, it's tremendous. Big ol' American oak, vanilla, charred cigars, cherry, meats, apple, pear, quince, honey, burned oatmeal. It breaks my heart tasting this, knowing that Blinking Owl is out of business. How the hell do you go out of business? This is a profile everyone would like. Everyone would love this profile. Honestly. Terrific mouthfeel, great balance. Is it beating the Genie? Let me see. It's like 88, 89 territory. Let's see. In terms of absolute quality, I think this is right on par with the Genie. I'm going to give this 88 points. 88 points for the Blinking Owl And yeah, a salute to the fallen American single malt distilleries out there. And that is the video. Wow. Did not expect for these to just do this well. Some of these are just tremendous. Okay, so what do we got? So bring up the bottom end of this is the Copperworks Pale Malt at 86 plus, which is still just... I really love this whiskey. I just want more age and just a hair bit less oak influence. But really good, still. 87 points for the Baronesse malt. I love this. It's so un-American in the best possible way. And then tied for 88, you have the Copperworks Genie and the Blinking Owl. I'm sorry, my brain is melting now. Both ones that both would be fun to throw in a single malt tasting, just to watch it like mess with people in different ways. And your winner, which is technically not a single malt, but I don't care, is the Heritage Distilling Company 2018 5-year-old American Single Cask No. 3 at 90 points. Good God Almighty, this is good. Clearly, this is a distillery I need to be paying more attention to. And yeah, that is the video. Hope this is educational for someone. Thanks for watching and cheers.